Thank you. With 10 minutes, I'll try to be very brief on this. So if we could go to the second slide. One question I think a lot of people ask is who are Interface Floor? Who is Interface Floor? We're a US-listed company headquartered in Atlanta with revenues of $1 billion per year. We're a global organization operating on all continents, and we're the world's biggest manufacturer of carpet tile. We have about a 40% share of the world carpet tile market. Design leaders, and most importantly for this conference, we're a petrochemical intensive company. So we're one of the culprits, and we're one of the ones that need to do something about this. This just gives a brief outline of where our business is. Asia is very much a growing market for us. Next, please. And this is our facility in Thailand. If we skip to the next slide, please. Our facility here was set up in 1994 as a joint venture with Modern Form, who many of you will know supply the interiors and furniture in Thailand. We actually started production in June of '96 and grew steadily to a position we're in now, where we have a capacity of up to 6 million square meters per year. Core of our business is tufting, which is basically a very large sewing machine that produces carpet out to a 2-meter width. And we have 12 of those machines in the plant, operating 270 people, 24 hours, 7 days a week. Certified to ISO 9000 and ISO 14000 since 1999 and 2001 respectively. And we also have a products certified by CRI in the US and an SF 140 certification for our products, and I'll come to those later. Interface may not be well known, may not be a household name, but when sustainability experts are asked to name companies that they believe are doing the right thing for the environment, Interface's name comes out more than any other company. And this is a GlobeScan survey that was done in 2008, it was published last year. And Interface came out ahead of a lot of big names that are well known for sustainability. So we're there, we're well known for this, and what put us there is really the vision of this man, Ray Anderson. In 1994 he was asked what was Interface's position on the environment, and basically he didn't have a position, and Interface didn't have a position. It was basically compliance. And just at that point in time, through pure serendipity, he received a copy of Paul Hawkins' book, The Ecology of Commerce. And as Ray puts it, that was like a spear in his chest. That experience and reading that book really showed that the take, make, waste manufacturing process that all of us follow just does not work. And it's doing tremendous harm to the environment and to the world. Realizing this, he then came up with a vision for the company to follow after consultation with various members of the organization. And that vision was to be the first company that by its deeds shows the entire industrial world what sustainability is in all its dimensions: people, process, product, place, and profit, by the year 2020. And in doing so will become restorative through the power of influence. He likened the journey that the company was to start upon as a journey up a mountain, a very high mountain, higher than Everest, higher than any mountain we've ever had to climb before. And we feel we're probably around 40% up that mountain after 16 years of traveling. There's a long way to go. Over that time, we've defined our journey as 7 fronts of the mountain. These are eliminating waste, and we mean waste in all areas, not just physical waste, but waste in other areas of business, such as wrong orders processed, etc. Eliminating emissions, toxic substances from products, vehicles, and all our facilities. Adopting renewable energy for the facilities from various sources: solar, wind, landfill gas, and others. Closing the loop, which is redesigning our processes and products to close the loop in terms of either the technical loop or the bio loop, to use recovered and bio-based materials. Resource-efficient transportation is transporting people and products efficiently to reduce waste and emissions. Sensitizing stakeholders is creating that culture that integrates sustainability principles and improves people's lives and livelihoods. And finally, redesigning commerce, creating a new business model that demonstrates and supports the value of sustainability-based commerce. In 2006, we wanted to make our vision easier to associate with, so we created the following mission statement to explain our vision. Mission Zero is our company's promise to eliminate any negative impact our company may have on the environment by the year 2020. We wanted to move ourselves to a position where there was no doubt in our intentions and actions. Not only is this a public statement, but we've given ourselves a time scale, and that's by the year 2020. One of the main realizations Ray Anderson gained from Paul Hawkins' book is that business has become, or has to become, one of the main drivers of sustainability. Corporations are a powerful force in today's society, perhaps bigger than other governments and countries' attempts to move the climate change process. And we heard from Emerson earlier that they believe that as well. Business needs to change. It needs to change from a corporation that was designed to just to look after its corporate stakeholders to one that looks after the world and all of the stakeholders of the world. So where were we to start? Back in 1994, there wasn't really much established wisdom on how to become a sustainable company. And we found ourselves as pioneers in many cases. We looked at best practice that was out there, but there wasn't too much to follow. So we designed 4 measurement systems, working on the principle that whatever gets measured gets done. And these 4 measurement systems form an overall system that helps us measure how far we are against on our sustainable travels. Quest is a system that looks at the waste generated in terms of financial waste, a financial figure. So we're looking at the total cost to the business of generating waste and trying to reduce that. Business is very much inspired by chasing the dollar, and this is one way to incentivize these programs. Since 1995, Interface has avoided costs of $433 million by following our Quest program. And the program, Quest, stands for Quality Utilizing Employee Suggestions and Teamwork. And it uses these financial measures to measure the implementation of ideas employees have to reduce waste costs. Ecometrics is a more practical measure of the physical impacts of our sustainable actions and our business. So it measures the amount of materials and the amount of energy that go into making 1 square meter of carpet tile. EcoSense is the real driver here. The EcoSense program covers all of the aspects that we think are important to sustainability and sets targets against those for all the employees. So, for example, it covers all the take-make waste projects and encourages points for implementing projects in these areas. It looks at reducing commuting costs and transportation costs and CO2 emissions from those. It encourages engaging stakeholders, making presentations such as this to spread the word about what is good practice.